You already know fasting burns fat. But did you know that simply not eating for 16 hours can physically grow new brain cells, reverse fatty liver disease, and make your immune system 10 years younger? Or that fasting is actually more effective at controlling blood sugar than most diabetes medications? We are breaking down the top 10 transformative things that happen to your body when you fast every single day. Some of these are going to sound impossible, like how fasting repairs your DNA and regrows your immune system from scratch. But the science backs it up. However, you can't just skip a meal randomly and expect a miracle. There is a specific method to the madness. If you stick around until the end, we're going to reveal the fat formula. The exact scientific blueprint for fasting window, alimentation, and timing that guarantees you get these results without wasting a single hour. Here are the 10 physiological shifts that occur when you fast every day. Benefit 10. The brain reboot. Let's start at the top. A study at the National Institute on Aging revealed a terrifying truth. Chronic high insulin from constant eating accelerates the onset of dementia and Alzheimer's. Over 55 million people are suffering right now, and that number is projected to double in 20 years. But here's the mechanism the diet industry ignores. BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. When you fast, you aren't just burning calories. You're triggering a surge of BDNF, the molecule that builds new neurons, protects existing ones, and physically increases the volume of your hippocampus. The hippocampus is the command center for memory and learning. Fasters effectively reverse the clock on brain shrinkage. You are physically building a bigger, more resilient brain. And the ketones produced during fasting are premium brain fuel, cleaner and more efficient than glucose. No spike, no crash, just steady, uninterrupted output. Benefit 9. The cellular self-cleaning. This one sounds impossible, but the mechanics are undeniable. Fasting saves your cells from their own garbage. How does not eating fix your biology at the cellular level? It's all about autophagy. Damaged proteins, broken organelles, and cellular debris accumulate over years. It's like a city that never cleans its streets. Eventually, the infrastructure collapses. The Nobel Prize was awarded in 2016 specifically for the discovery of autophagy. Fasting activates it. Your cells begin systematically consuming their own damaged components, recycling the broken parts into new healthy structures. You are literally cleaning house at the molecular level. High-calorie constant eating suppresses this entirely. Fasting turns it on. Benefit 8. The cardiac shield. We've been brainwashed to believe that if you aren't on medication, your heart isn't protected. A 2023 meta-analysis of over 1,000 participants debunked this. When it comes to preventing coronary heart disease and reducing cardiovascular risk markers, fasting is just as effective as pharmaceutical intervention, without the side effects. Let me repeat that. Just as effective. The mechanism is insulin modulation. Daily 16-hour fasting acts as a natural cardiac protector, dropping triglycerides, raising HDL cholesterol, lowering blood pressure, and reducing systemic inflammation. You are scrubbing your arteries clean without a single prescription. Benefit 7. The liver liberation. Your liver is your metabolic headquarters. But when you eat constantly, it becomes a fat storage warehouse. 1 in 4 adults has fatty liver right now without knowing it. Fasting is the only proven non-pharmaceutical intervention that reverses this. A 2024 Iranian randomized trial put patients with confirmed fatty liver disease on a 16-hour fasting protocol for 12 weeks. Liver fat dropped by more than 9% on imaging scans. Liver enzymes fell by 15 units. The body healed itself entirely on its own. No detox tea, no cleanse, no supplement, just time without food. Benefit 6. The pancreatic reset. This is where the science gets truly shocking. Duke University compared fasting protocols against standard diabetes medication in pre-diabetic patients. The result? Fasting won. The fasting group demonstrated 6 times greater improvement in glucose tolerance. 6 times. Here's the hidden mechanism. Efficient insulin sensitivity. When you eat constantly, your pancreas fires insulin continuously. The receptors burn out. This is insulin resistance. When you fast, insulin drops to its floor. The receptors recover. The pancreas gets the rest it desperately needs. If you are pre-diabetic, more medication might burn you out. Fasting will save your pancreas. Benefit 5. The immune system. Reboot. Your immune system is a military force, but a poorly managed one accumulates old, damaged soldiers that no longer function properly. A study from the University of Southern California found something extraordinary. 3 days of fasting triggers a complete regeneration of the immune system. The old damaged immune cells are cleared. Stem cells are activated. New immune cells are produced. You are not just boosting immunity. You are rebuilding the army from scratch, Cancer patients undergoing chemotherapy who fasted showed measurably better immune recovery than those who didn't. The pharmaceutical companies hate this. It costs nothing. Benefit 4. The hormonal optimization. You don't need testosterone injections or hormone replacement therapy to optimize your hormonal profile. A 2024 clinical trial found that alternate day fasting doubled growth hormone levels in just 8 weeks. Growth hormone is the master hormone of youth. It burns fat, builds muscle, repairs tissue, and reverses cellular aging. But here's what most people never learn. High insulin suppresses growth hormone completely. Constant eating keeps insulin elevated. Elevated insulin kills your growth hormone. Fasting drops insulin to its lowest point, and growth hormone surges in response. You are hacking your endocrine system without a single injection. Benefit 3. The skeletal fortification. Your bones are alive. They react to metabolic signals. Chronic inflammation from poor eating dissolves them. It's called osteoporosis. But fasting triggers something remarkable. It reduces systemic inflammation, the root cause of bone degradation, while simultaneously stimulating the production of osteocalcin, a hormone released by bone cells that improves glucose metabolism and muscle function. Running can fracture bone. Fasting builds the biological environment in which bone thrives. Combined with adequate protein in your eating window, fasting is one of the most powerful anti-osteoporosis tools available. Benefit 2. The mental armor. Anxiety and depression are the modern epidemic. Constant eating makes the brain worse. Fasting is the cure. The Journal of Psychiatric Research studied 50 individuals with major depression. Strategic fasting, combined with adequate nutrition in the eating window, measurably reduced symptoms in every single participant. The mechanism is a chemical flush. Fasting burns off cortisol, the stress hormone that physically shrinks your hippocampus over time. It releases endorphins and BDNF. It reduces neuroinflammation, the silent driver of anxiety, depression, and brain fog. You cannot remain in a state of cognitive stagnation while your metabolism is in fat-burning mode. The two states are biologically incompatible. Benefit 1. The DNA repair protocol. Finally, the benefit that silences every skeptic. Fasting activates SIRT1 and SIRT3, the sirtuins. These are the enzymes that directly repair damaged DNA. Every single day, your DNA accumulates breaks, mutations, and errors. Left unrepaired, this is the biological foundation of cancer and accelerated aging. Fasting triggers the cellular machinery to find these errors and fix them. A 2023 study confirmed that caloric restriction and fasting activate the same DNA repair pathways that have extended lifespan in every organism ever tested, from yeast to mammals. The mechanism is universal. You are not just living longer, you are repairing the code you were written in. Now, before you skip your next meal randomly, listen to me. Most people fail because they treat fasting like a punishment or they do it wrong. Do not fast and then destroy your window with processed food. That is not fasting. That is self-sabotage. Do not fast while severely restricting calories. You will lose muscle. Do not treat this as optional or sporadic. If you do it randomly, you get 0 of these benefits. The power is in the consistency. You made it to the end. Now I'm going to give you the blueprint. You don't just skip meals, you execute a protocol. This is the FAT formula. It stands for fasting window, alimentation, and timing. Violate these variables and you are wasting your biology. Factor 1. Fasting window. This is non-negotiable. The goal is 16 hours every day. If you are new, start with 12. If 16 is too aggressive, do 14. But you do it every single day. You are reprogramming your metabolic cells. They need a daily signal. 1 day of fasting per week is like exercising once a month. The biology demands repetition. Factor 2. Alimentation. This is where people destroy their results. Breaking your fast with cereal, juice, and processed food is useless. Your first meal must be protein first, 25 to 40 grams minimum. Then vegetables, then a healthy fat. Your eating window is not a reward, it is a refueling protocol. Factor 3. Timing. Align your eating window with daylight. Eat between 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. or 12 p.m. and 8 p.m. This aligns with your circadian biology. Your insulin sensitivity is highest in the morning and afternoon and drops significantly after dark. Eating late at night is metabolically destructive regardless of what you eat. Here are your orders. Drink water the moment you wake up. A dehydrated metabolism is a stalled metabolism. Walk for 30 minutes during your fasting window. This accelerates fat oxidation by up to 20%. Start your fast at the same time every night. Consistency is the protocol. Your biology runs on schedule. You have the diagnosis. You have the cure. And now, you have the formula. The pharmaceutical companies hate this. The processed food industry hates this because it is free, it is effective, and it is entirely within your control. You can choose to keep eating every 2 hours and wonder why nothing changes. You can choose to let your brain shrink, your liver accumulate fat, and your DNA go unrepaired. Or you can close the kitchen, start the clock, and take back your biology 1 hour at a time. Do not wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow is a lie. Start tonight. If you are ready to commit to the fat formula, comment "I am fasting" below so we can see who is really serious about their survival. Hit the like button to spread this truth. Subscribe and turn on notifications because we are just getting started uncovering what they don't want you to know. Stay fasted, stay alive.